What is good? It's your boy Mikeyyywill here. I'm giving you an update on the 72-volt camper cart or utility cart, whatever you want to call it, because you put a bunch of stuff in there. And I did a bunch of things. Let me show you guys a little. Alright, first thing, we changed out the Razor motor, the MY 1020 motor, and went with a smaller wattage motor instead, and it comes with a differential. I don't see too many people using these, but you need differential oil to go in there. It's about 3 to 5 ounces, I think I got it right. It sounds okay. I do not have brakes because the current brakes I had do not fit this bracket, so either I have to make a custom bracket or I gotta figure that out. I also changed speed controllers. I went with a lower amp speed controller. Alright, got the reverse switch up here. It's just a 3-way switch, but one of them is not connected, so one of them goes reverse. On the speed controller, it tells you everything. The ignition, still don't know where I'm gonna put that. Got the plexiglass on and ready to go. Obviously the brakes don't work because there's no brakes. This is bolted in, but this part either needs to be glued or something, so I gotta work on that. We put in a little battery voltmeter right here, and a regular 3-speed switch. This one does not make a noise when you turn it on. Well, obviously the switch does. But here, watch this. Oh, we're in reverse. Holy crap. Let's go forward. Alright, well, I can't really show you. I'll show you, take you on a little test ride in a little bit. Turn this back off. We added these LED lights, obviously not wired in. I'm going to show you how I'm going to wire them in and route it through in here. There is 6 of them. This is the second headlight, side light, and 2 rear lights. I showed you the first side light, but there's a 6. You guys gonna need a couple things: some conductor wire, heat gun, some crimps, with some soldering iron, everything, some heat shrink. Alright, so let's get started. We just need your conductor wire or your 2 wires, usually red and black. Measure it up, see how much you need. I got basic $15 auto strippers. They're mechanical, they're not electric or anything like that. Makes it a little bit easier to strip the cover off the wire and to strip the wire themselves. And then from there, you just strip everything down after everything's been measured. It takes a little bit of time, but with those wire strippers, pretty easy. From there, you're going to start to solder on both of the wires together from each light. So you're gonna pre-tin them, and then from there, after you pre-tin them, that's when you mix the far wire to, well, the far positive and negative wire to all the way to the other one. So next thing you know, you have that little cool thing. You solder those together, and then from there, you just solder a wire that you would go down into the actual. And then I'm just gonna run this thing underneath. I don't know if you guys can see that through there. And then orange wire underneath, and run this in there for the rear set of lights. Yeah, same thing with the front set of lights. Definitely use heat shrink. You don't want to use E-tape. But this is what it looks like when everything is just being run. I have to heat shrink it all up. We're using that little three gang switch, but you guys will see in a minute what happens. We got rear lights. I think you can use them as a 2, like a brake light and everything else. but I just wired it just to be a regular red light. I didn't want to have to add an extra wire to make it a brake light. But yeah, you're gonna need some terminals, those little crimpers, crimp connectors, like spade connectors they're called, I believe. And you're gonna need to put all the positives to the accessory port on the rocker switch. Accessory port is usually like it'll say like ACC. But we're looking alright, guys. After all that, got everything lined up how it wants to be. Got it zip tied, and then we gotta magically put on XT60. Alright, so I actually ended up making this my own kind of rocker switch. A bit more work, but it's part of the game. The other one was not working. One of them was not connected. That was making the whole series not work, and I didn't have another size rocker switch that would fit, so did this, and we're gonna drill some holes. We're gonna mount this thing up there and see how it goes after I weld it up. Well, not this piece, because it has a threaded hole, so I could just still gotta do a little bit more wire management, but we're looking pretty good, and I can still add more switches, which I will need to, and I still need to tidy this up a little bit, but I think we're good to go functionally. Homemade 12-volt battery from my van I use for all my cameras and random stuff in the van, like charging stuff or whatever. But I'm gonna test it with this guy before I plug into a 72-volt battery with a step down. And let's see if it's getting warm. It is not. But I will show you guys the voltage draw that it does do when you turn it on. Not bad. But switch is on. Side light, headlights, another side light, the rear lights, and for some reason when I tested these lights went all the way down, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but just like that, guys. Alright guys, I've been adding like weather strip. I don't know if you guys can see like behind the glass or like down here and stuff like that. I gotta do a couple more spots just to like make it a little more sealed in here. I got a couple spots, but I want to show you how I've just been doing it. But it has like an adhesive backing, and I've been using spray adhesive along with a clear adhesive, like sticky, to really seal it in. Right, to get it going, you guys know what it is. It's just adhesive backing. You just want to promote the adhesive. So that's why I got a little bit of adhesive spray, some 3M. It's like, I don't know, I had it for a while. Like its stuff is potent, so you don't need that much. You just want it to stick on there once. Make sure you have a clean surface. Doesn't have to be perfect, but definitely helps if it's clean. And then you just stick it all on. I have this extra Vivor diesel heater. Runs off 12-volt power supply, and we're gonna throw it in the cart. Yeah, you gotta lug that thing in there. First things first, I realized that the exhaust pipe did not fit, so I had to remove that so I can measure where the hole would be, because you have to put an exhaust hole. And so I actually cut the original exhaust, carbon fiber wrap, or not carbon fiber wrap. I don't know what you call it, but whatever wrap it is. I just doubled it up so I can fit through the hole, just like that, and boom. We just gotta find out where we're actually gonna bolt it down to. But first things we gotta do is actually put the exhaust hose on and make sure it's tight so you don't gas yourself out. And definitely take your time and definitely pull that heat protective jacket before you get too far, because it will melt the wood, and because I have like a plastic kind of sheet under there too. And you just bolt it to the floor. It's that simple. I got just regular self-tapping screws stuck there pretty good. Alright, this should be it. As you guys can see, I got the roof open on the actuator with the switch and all the other light switches. Let's see if it works with the battery plugged in as well. This won't be a full test ride video, but, and obviously I should probably do something with this thing and wire come from the splitter and stuff like that. But yeah, with everything in here, let's check it out. This is all I really asked for, you know? It's not, you don't gotta do that fast. All the lights on. Wire's not heating up. That's pretty cool. Off one of my spare Ceron batteries, you see the QS8 connector. And the motor is back there. This thing just has no brakes. Oh, I forgot to show you guys one thing real quick. Make the roof go up, baby. But until next time, guys, make sure you guys hit that subscribe, like, and comment. You know the deal. I appreciate everything. I can't believe everything is mounted well and stayed relatively chilling. Though the door isn't all the way mint, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.